Hi.
Hi.
Did you get the eagle?
No.
There's an eagle soaring over our shop, going around and around in circles on the upwind lift. And he's on a short, yeah, you're never gonna see him again. He's in the woods now. That was kind of cool. You missed the whole thing. So beginning to end, 3 months, and we worked on the willies in there. So if we only had this in the shop, probably 2.5 months. And the 38.
And the Jimmy.
Well, a lot of this has been twiddling thumbs waiting for stuff to ship.
We lost 2 weeks because of LMC. This could have been fired 2 weeks ago because of this water neck. I couldn't find one local, so I had to order it from them. That one piece stopped us from putting the rest of the motor together. 2 weeks. They said it would go out in 24 to 48 hours. 2 weeks.
2 weeks? 2 weeks? You sound like a parakeet there. 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
Well, 2 weeks. It's amazing.
Amazing nothing. It'll be a regular miracle.
Hey everybody, Chris from Legendary Customs based out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. Good morning. The F250 is finally coming to the finish line. A little bit disappointed in LMC parts out of Kansas. Ordered parts literally 2 weeks ago. They said they would ship in 24 to 48 hours. They did not ship for 240 hours, 10 days. They said it's a slowdown in the Ford warehouse only. Yeah, whatever. They probably knew that when I ordered. I told them it was important that I get the parts. And yeah, they didn't care, even after I called in. $700 some odd worth of parts. I said, hey, give me the free shipping. That'll help. No can do. Anyway, enough ripping on them. Sometimes they do real good work. Sometimes they just drop the ball 100%, and it's disappointing, especially when you need the parts. Anyway, finishing the odds and ends on the Ford. The Ford letters came in this morning, like Tyler likes to refer to them to, and myself also. Brand spanking new. The hoses are in. Power steering lines are done. We have an AC line that's sitting over on the bench to go in right there. Then that will be done. Air cleaner. Going to pick that up this morning. And we're just making things happen. They actually make the windshield wiper reservoir brand new. One that was in there was cracked on the bottom and had no water pump. This was a not challenging, but nerve-wracking process, putting on the mirrors, because you only get a chance one time to drill them babies out. This is something that I really think that Chevy and Dodge should have taken some pointers from Ford. Little box, that dead space that's not used, nice little tool accessory box. And in a pickup truck, why the heck do you need that? Well, why don't you need it is the question. Kind of a cool little thing. That's back in the 70s. And I saw one of those on a 64 once. So, very cool. Ford had some stuff together, that's for sure. The tailgate. Normally that is supposed to have across it a aluminum plate that says Ford, and that's actually underneath. We welded the 6 holes shut and painted that. A little bit more old school. I think it's a little bit better fit and finish. Today's going good. We should literally be at the point where it's ready to fire on Monday. That's what we have it set up for. And take it down, have the AC charged, and I am, fingers crossed, everything goes great. And the next week, we can do the test driving, get some miles on it. Hopefully there'll be no snow on the ground. We don't want that with a brand new vehicle like this. And then get it delivered to Cal. Coming out beautiful. We bought a new top for this, and it literally gets siliconed in. Like I was just saying, this can either go really good, or it could be a mess really quick. Maybe. Yeah. Well, it wasn't a mess really quick. Not yet, anyway. So that takes an old, cracked. Take that in. Take the hell out of that. Go. Think duct tape? Or is that too stiff?
That might leave residue all over it.
We're literally putting this on the top. Gonna let it sit over the weekend. And this is a alternative to a brand new dash pad. A brand new dash pad was $300 and some odd. And the owner didn't want to drop that right now because of the budget. So we did this, and it's an $80 option. So we will see if it does.
Do you have any heavy books or anything we'd sell?
Yep, that's, I was just going to say, we need something heavy on the top. This holds it down.
God dang. Hopefully this can air out for you over the weekend.
Yeah, that stinks.
Silicone's awesome.
How we doing down there, Mr. Zach? the 77 Ford F250. We started it up the other day for the first time ever, and we looked at everything and we discovered the brand new oil pump had an extremely small leak out the bottom of the front port. So that just means the oil pump, or excuse me, the water pump means the water pump's bad. So today the water pump will come in. But if you remember the other day we were running this thing, we had to take the entire front of the engine off, including all of the pulleys, alternator, power steering pump, all of that, to get the water pump off. So that baby there, brand new, was leaking out of that hole, which is on the bottom. That tells you that the seal, the internal seal, is leaking. So brand new, junk. Anyway, the new one comes in today, so this hopefully will be back up and going today, and we'll be able to go forward. 1977 Ford 250 is back together. The water pump came in, and it is looking good. Zach worked hard, got it finished. So on Monday, we will be firing this thing up, doing the break-in, which is basically running the motor between 1800 RPMs and 2200 RPMs for 18 to 22 minutes, somewhere in there. That will harden the cam with the heat, and we won't have a cam lobe failure.
Okay, folks, so today's the day. The Ford goes home. There are a few things that the owner's gonna wait on. Hinges for the hood is one of them. The hinges are worn out and they just do not want to hold this hood back down. And so he's waiting on that. I mean, it's November, so this is not going to be getting driven this year at all now. So it's gonna go into storage. There's a few things that he's gonna finish up in the spring.
Behind me is Cal's 1977 F250 long box. It is a Ranger. We have just finished this up. We are getting it down to him tonight before the snow flies. We're supposed to get 1 inch to 2 inches of snow tonight, and I don't want to haul it down to him with slush and salt on the road. Everybody down south and in other parts of the world that don't get snow, you have no idea what you're missing. It's a great time. Anyway, in the sun, you can see the black cherry candy paint just really light up, comes to life. At night, it looks like a black truck. In the shadows, it looks like a maroon truck. And out in the sun, it definitely looks like black cherry, where there's plenty of different body lines popping from the angles of the sun. Tell you what we did, basically it's a stock truck. We changed nothing in the stance. He did put on taller tires. We had the entire frame disassembled, media blasted, and then powder coated. Put in bushings and bearings underneath, new brakes, new drums. Basically went over the entire vehicle. Now Cal had a company, an individual, build the Ford 400 for him. Let's check that out. Now the Ford 400, as you can see, just complements this color in an awesome way. Now believe it or not, this is the same color that we used on the 1971 GMC Jimmy that we did 2 years ago. This is a color called wool gray. We were going to do a bright silver, but I decided that was way too much of a contrast. This just sits in there perfectly nice. Now the front pulley system is from CVF out of Minneapolis, St. Paul. They make one nice setup to put in a serpentine belt. So there you have the power steering, the air conditioning, the alternator, everything run with one belt with the pulley tensioners. Everything else underneath this hood, except for the Edelbrock intake and carburetor, is factory. We did remove the computer. This was a California truck. The computer was no longer needed. We also removed the jack. So if you have a flat tire, so you can jack it up, because quite frankly, it only had a travel of 7 inches, which wouldn't have jacked this thing up anyway. All new wiring harness, all new alternator, air conditioning pulley, everything. Just beautiful, brand new. We also put in a 4-core radiator, all aluminum. Cools awesome. If you look up on the hood, we did put in a custom Ford heat shield. Underneath there is the regular insulation that normally would be there. This is just a PVC heat shield that says Ford. Just a real nice touch. Now the interior, again, is stock, just the way it would have come from the factory. Stock door panels, which this particular one, I don't like the clip system. This one, the top one won't clip, so we do have to address that yet. The passenger side holds right in. Now this door is actually a aftermarket door. It's not factory original, so that might be part of the challenge. Seat, original, black interior, carpet, brand new, high top hump in the middle for 4-wheel drive, even though it's a 2-wheel drive. Cleared the new automatic transmission that we put in there very nicely. The bed, we pretty much left as is, except we did put in a spray-in bed liner. The rear bumper is on back order, so we're waiting for the rear bumper to come. And yeah, that's about it. But the wheels that Cal picked could not have been better. They look like a Ford factory original. They're in aluminum. Just an awesome, awesome wheel for this truck. And the reason why this was restored is because Cal had one of these back in high school. So that was all about the memories. That's the long and the short of it. It's all about memories. Chris with Legendary Customs with the 1977 Ford F250 Ranger, ready to go down to Cal's for delivery. Appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. If you have a vehicle sitting in your garage that you haven't got around to, that you might want to redo, send us a message. We'll see if we can help you out. We appreciate you tuning in to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Follow us on Facebook and check in on our Instagram. Again, each and every one of you are appreciated. Until the next episode, we'll see you then.